Hi. Hi. Oh, okay, it is there. I'm just dumb. All right, let's get it started. I didn't mean to send that video. Oh my god. I just fucking. Okay. All right, that's a good start. It's a good start. Crying.
When he was a kid, he was shy and really timid.
Let it be. He is not capable of participating in normal conversation. Horadori Institute.
I can't go back now.
It seems Kizuna knows something about the dark side of Horadori Institute.
Kizuna Chieda. She seems to know something about Chikara.
And we're gonna go do her Samya.
I am the Eye Magician Girl, Aiba. Feels like I'm watching anime. In the name of AI, I will punish you with flogging and flaying. Whoa, that's way over the top. What is this Eye Magician Girl's special move? I punch your abdomen repeatedly. That sounds more like a fighting anime than a magical girl thing. Aiba, is that?
It is similar to the Chikara we saw in the Wink Sink.
Little blue.
The page turned.
That picture book might have some info.
Yes, we should inspect it.
Somnium scan! Activate!
Can't wait for Aiba to go back to her sister. Again.
It's a large picture book.
I heard that Kizzy likes picture books and fairy tales and all that. Does this represent her feelings?
It is worth a look.
There's writing.
Little Blue Riding Hood. Is that the title?
Not red?
The text below reads, "The girl was chased through the forest by the wolf." Huh? Another picture.
This is Blue Riding Hood. Huh? What is that?
Wow! What was that? Something fell.
Is that Blue Riding Hood?
And a wolf. No.
Did she get the wolf?
The wolf
Something
is a
came out.
diary.
Let's take a look.
Diary?
Does it say anything?
It appears to be more of a continuation from the picture book than a diary. Let's read it. It was a little child wearing a blue hood. She rose her fist and bravely scared the wolf away. The girl thanked the blue-hooded hero, but she scoffed in return. Can you not walk? Fool. Blue Riding Hood was a little rude, but the girl smiled. Blue Riding Hood carried the girl on her back and took her home. The two of them were surprised when they got there. From that day on, Blue Riding Hood was family. What a great introduction! Thank you, big sis. The girl took her hand, but she made a weird face. Maybe she was just being shy. But in any case, she said, "Nice to meet you," with a nod.
Oh, and the diary's gone. Oh, there's Kisno.
Big Sis always was the courageous one. Ah, the memories.
So she's Red Riding Hood and Big Sis is Blue Riding Hood.
Big Sis must be that girl she's always talking about.
Right. Perhaps she saved her from a dog or something when she was younger. That experience turned into the story of Little Blue Riding Hood. So that picture book was a story of Kizuna's memories.
The two of them left each
Something
other's
happened to the
side.
book.
They went to the
Check it
forest
out.
together.
More writing. The two of them never left each other's side. They went to the forest together.
More new pictures.
Anna and Gretel.
It's a large picture book. It has different pictures from before. This time, it's Hannah and Gretel.
It's a little different from the story I know.
Below it, Hannah and Gretel found a house made out of candy in the forest.
Huh? That's not a house made of candy. That's a witch.
Mizuki, there is more witchiness over there.
Lots of stuff this time. Let's look.
Need some water.
Hello.
Give me a second. I need to go grab some water because I'm eating spicy food.
Wait, what?
I need some water. Give me a sec.
Water? Oh, you're doing this, Somnium? Oh gosh, I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay.
Hello.
So how was the drowned city of Scala?
Oh, the dungeon?
Yeah.
It was fun.
I honestly don't remember half of it, but
Yeah, I mean there are very like two memorable sections of it. It's just like, yeah, run. There's this big thing with a head and arms sticking out from the ground. I guess that was different, but like,
yeah.
that's all. Oh, we also got turned into Spriggans. I like that. I love Spriggans.
A candle in the shape of a witch.
Something is suspicious about it.
Punch.
Hunt, poor witch.
There's something here.
Oh, okay.
A piece of paper.
Does it say anything?
Hot, hot blaze spell. Zibla to toe.
Hot, hot blaze spell. Think we can use it for something?
Mizuki, you have 5 minutes left.
Melt the witch.
It's a witch-shaped candle.
That's the
Skewer
first
that
thing you think
candle
about.
and cook it.
Yeah,
This is not a barbecue. I will light the fire.
because in
Hot,
Hansel,
hot blaze spell. Zibla to toe.
because in the original Hansel and Gretel
Oh, it lit
thing,
up.
they literally threw the witch into the oven.
Yeah,
The candle is gone.
but alas, he's not going to turn
Ida,
the switch into the
look!
oven.
The witch in the picture book. So the witch candle must be tied to the picture.
The witch is gone. Now we have these assorted snacks.
Oh,
Huh. Something came out over there.
Let's go.
grab the cookie. That's a really big cookie. Oh my god.
A large chocolate chip cookie. It must contain at least 3 days' worth of calories.
Three days worth of calories, probably more.
Yeah.
Who should I share it with? I do not see Kizuna.
Maybe you can just pretend.
It isn't breaking.
Maybe it's not a real cookie.
That could be the case.
Hmm.
It's a large cookie.
May as well log out of 14 real quick.
That cookie in the picture book was partially eaten, right? Try to bite it the same way.
I see. That may indeed trigger something.
Do it.
All right,
All of
here
a
I
sudden,
go.
just like
I've been
somebody
trying to
wrote
eat a
past.
massive cookie.
How?
Oh, wow.
Mom
That's
said-
a huge bite.
Another book. I'll read it. Father, you liar. How many times have you lied to me? Gretel finally shed a tear. Ever since her mother died, her father has been working all the time. She barely got to spend any time with him. Her father gave her tons of snacks, but Gretel was not happy. Do not worry. I'll beat up any evil-doing witches around here. Her father would reassure Gretel after hearing tales of evil witches. But the evil witch was inside Gretel. The witch filled her with sadness and turned her selfish. Her older sister Hannah tried hard to cheer Gretel up, but Gretel's tears didn't stop.
Father.
I'm thinking that maybe I should have just brought my ice cream over.
This must be her memories of her father, Richie Chieda.
What?
It seems that
I
Kizuna
probably
was
should have just
quite
brought my
sad.
ice cream over.
I can kind of relate.
A moment.
Confusion?
Back to
Oh, the book
Depression.
changed again.
Why do you
should
eat
take a
ice
look.
cream?
it's spicy.
What are you eating?
I bought this like
More text. Gretel
spicy
continued
chicken
to
plus
cry
rice.
and cry for a
Oh,
long,
fun.
long time.
So what's that video you sent me that you spoilered?
So that was ContraPoints' most recent stream,
Something
where she
happened
just
to the
plays
slide.
The Sims 2. Except she decided to title the stream "Running the Sweatshop with an Iron Fist."
So confused.
I know, I was like,
I was like, what?
I sent it to Senviva because I was like, oh my god.
Like, what is going on? And like the thumbnail, just the screaming dude with her in the background, like grinning maniacally.
I know, right? It's so funny. I just noticed her grin. She's just evil. She's like, I'm gonna break you.
In the corner, grinning at our creation.
Okay, to get the glass slipper.
It's a large
I'm
picture
getting
book.
very close to
This
the
one appears to
section
be
where
Cinderella.
Man is best boy.
Okay.
The title is Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Below that, it says, Cinderella spent a dreamy night with the prince.
A castle. And a clock. One of the hands fell. It wasn't a regular picture, I guess.
This shorthand, can we use it for something?
Let's hold on to it, just in case.
The girl hid one glass slipper in a. Oh. Oh. Wait, I know. I know what this is. Where's that fucking tree?
You have about 4 minutes left.
I
You
can't
can't do that right
interact.
now, though.
I can't interact with the tree right now.
It's later.
I'm so mad.
It's a big balloon around the swing set.
Very suspicious. I wonder if something's hidden there.
Oftentimes in Somnia, secrets are protected by such things. I am sure there is something there.
Focus your key on your fingertip and thrust as hard as you can.
Curses! Repelling me away like the belly of an old man.
Nah, fat old men's bellies aren't that bouncy.
Have you tried it before?
I've stepped on one. The police chief.
How do you still have a job?
On the contrary, I got hired by Abyss because of that.
Oh my god.
A
Kazuki, you
balloon
better
surrounding
mention
the
that
swing
more.
set.
Pretend there's no wall there. Throw your body against it and you can get through to the other side.
It's not platform 9 3/4.
That looks fun. Like in that driving school video I saw.
I'm taking this out of context. This is really funny. Out of context. Dude.
Huh? What?
Some people just sent me a picture, and I'm just the first thought that pops in my mind is, you may be white, but are you as white as this person?
Oh my god.
How is it like exactly? Like
they're in a whole nother species. They are glowing.
I know, right?
I think you are the only person on the planet who actually enjoys that.
So I can't get in there right now? Oh.
Yeah.
The clock is part of the slide. On closer inspection, the hour hand is missing.
You're right.
Let's take the shorthand from earlier and... there. It fits perfectly.
Oh, it's moving.
What's going on?
Why is it moving? Not quite there yet, okay.
Now this is a crazy trick.
Kizuna does appear timid, but I suppose she can be expressive at times.
I never would have thought. I guess she hides it well.
Another change to the picture book.
Cinderella buried her slippers on the way down.
Where should we start?
Are you feeling emotions, Lua?
Okay, alright. Well, alright.
3 minutes left, Mizuki. Careful now.
It's the entrance to Iowan. I can see a glass slipper inside.
Losing
The
it.
door is closed.
Probably locked.
This... If we know the 4-digit code, we can open this.
4 digits long, huh? No time to brute force it, I guess.
Oh, wait. It has a colon here.
Yeah? Interesting.
What 4 digits?
Damn! No good.
Okay, well, my
Is there a
immediate
hint
guess is
somewhere?
not right.
It has a colon in the middle, so I believe it must indicate a time.
A time.
Fun elsewhere.
Is it the time here? 11:59?
It's the end. What 4?
Yep.
It worked.
I had a feeling the time on the clock was the key.
A glass slipper. The right one, to be exact.
This has gotta have some kind of significance.
We should hold on to it for now.
Separating the pair, yeah. Oh, And now the tree is interactable. Stop.
Oh?
A time capsule. That's right, it was buried here.
A time capsule?
6 years ago, Leon proposed to Kizzy. He gave her glass slippers instead of an engagement ring. They agreed that if they felt the same way after 6 years, yada yada yada. Anyway, they decided to bury the thing here till the time came. I completely forgot about it. But it looks like Kizzy remembered.
I need to put my ice cream back or else it's gonna melt.
You keep on going back and forth with the ice cream. Get a glass of milk.
So inside, there is an engagement shoe?
Just one, though. The other's missing.
Got it.
And the diary.
Turned into a picture book again.
The girl hid one glass slipper in a dark place, separating the pair.
Big Sis found out about Cinderella's dream and started panicking. Cinderella, even if someone proposes to you, you can't just accept it right away. Don't answer until you know who they really are. Wait 5 or 6 years. This was her advice to Cinderella. Big Sis was worried about her naive little sister. Cinderella thought it was a bit much, but she smiled. If I ever meet a person that important to me, I will introduce them to my big sister first. It would be so much fun to share a meal together.
Oh my god.
And so, Cinderella dreamed another dream.
Y'all.
I received those wonderful slippers, but I cannot dance anymore. I am not worthy of him. I cannot be his princess.
Isna, come on.
What should I do? Big Sis?
Kizzy.
Leanne is best boy for a reason.
Now I have to pop the balloon.
Is that the bell?
The clock moved. Midnight. The time her spell wears off.
Oh.
What's going on? No more. Show me no more. Let me hear no more. I don't want this anymore.
Oh. And now it's Sleeping Beauty.
Son of the sword.
It stopped.
The spell wore off. Kizuna must feel that she can no longer be a princess. What should we do? Kizuna doesn't want to look anymore.
I don't want her to suffer, but we have to keep going.
The picture book is closed and covered in thorns. Kizuna must have sealed her heart away.
I can see the cover through the thorns. What's it say?
Wait, I know.
The picture of the frog with the crown.
Wasn't there a clock here earlier? Why did it change?
I think it might be hidden.
So I have to somehow move that book, I'm assuming, to pop the balloon, because it has thorns on it.
Uh-huh. What is another clock? There's another clock.
Mizuki, you have less than 2 minutes left. Please hurry.
Oh, what's this?
Does it say something?
Yes, another spell. Or a counterspell to be precise. Transformation Dispel. Former Rand's Titan Sid.
Transformation dispel.
Oh.
Was anything transformed?
Okay, so now we can change that.
Maybe
back
you
to
can
the
use it
form.
on that thing.
I'm mixing up Liam and
It's a picture of a
Mhm.
frog with a
Fuck you.
crown.
brain no work.
Let's go! Transformation Dispel! Former Rand's Titan Sid!
Oh, that's a cute claw.
Is this the rudder of a ship?
Or the wheel part of a spinning wheel.
Right. The Thorn Princess.
This wheel has the numbers 1 through 12 on it.
It's like a clock.
It's the wheel part of a spinning wheel. The Thorn Princess sleeps when she is pierced by the needle on the spinning wheel. Should I not touch it?
We're practically sleeping already. Just do it.
You're not taking this very seriously.
No.
Turning this makes the ground move.
Just like the clock from earlier, it's connected to the floor here.
It's the wheel.
If this is supposed to represent a clock, maybe we can change the time.
So if we turn it clockwise, we can get new information.
There.
The balloon.
I could die.
Been decimated.
Now we can check the swings. The Thorn Princess continued to sleep. She slept to avoid facing her sadness. She slept, trapped by terrible memories. She did not want to be hurt by them anymore. No need to cry and shy away anymore. But why? Why do I keep waking up? Why do I keep remembering it? My chest aches. My heart breaks with yours. Never again.
I never knew this is how she felt.
Any more of this could leave her hurt. Should we continue, Mizuki?
It would be worse to leave her like this. Something's weighing on Kizzy's heart, and I want to take that burden away. She's one of my best friends.
I understand. I believe in you, Mizuki.
Only a minute left.
I want to stay together.
Kizuna?
You said you will be with me forever.
Is this when she and her older sister got split up?
But please. Fine. Will you at least play a game with me? Remember how we used to kick our slippers up? You used to beat me all the time, but now If I win, please stay. Please. The rules are simple. Kick the shoe further to win. And just like we used to, it will be best of 3. Shall I go first?
Yeah, let's do this.
Mm.
Good job,
Well, I was
Iva.
just spawned to shoot out of
Sis.
nowhere.
So you want to leave me? No, you've got it all wrong. What should I do, Mizuki?
Maybe it's better if you don't win? Iva, come on.
This is my first time on a swing.
Oh, is that all, big sis?
Yay, we won! Hooray!
Aren't you enjoying this a little too much?
Witness me, Mizuki. Observe my perfect control!
The thorns!
I suppose there is no beating you, big sis.
Okay.
Oh, big reveals. Wait, what's happened so far? I forgot where you are.
I'm in Mizuki's route. This is Kizuna's Somnium.
What's happened so far in Mizuki's route?
Not much, honestly.
This
Like, is it just like right after
It must
you've
be the
gone to
memory
it?
hidden away.
Wait, let me show you the timeline after this.
Okay.
Inhumane genome experiments carried out at Horadori's research facility.
Oh.
What? This is what Kizuna
I mean,
was
we already
hiding.
knew that, but... How does she know that? Riichi Chieda. That's her dad's diary.
That's
Mm-hmm.
Riichi Chieda. It's Kizuna's father's diary.
So she read that somehow and then figured out... Okay.
It's about to.
Kizzy, is this...
Yes, the diary that was in the chairman's office. This morning, Father asked me to look for something in the office. I accidentally knocked some books off the shelf, and I saw this. When it fell to the ground, this page was open, face up.
That's a
I knew I
recent
should not have read it. I regretted it immediately. Terrible things were written there. Things about a girl whose genes were forcibly rewritten.
Oh, that must be the maths lady, isn't it?
Why didn't you tell me this before?
Well, I think it would be best
Who's
if
the
you
math-
read this.
Hey, Dilla, who's the mask lady?
I don't know who she is. I just think she might be the one that had her genes rewritten, just because she did say that she has, like, an issue going on with her. And she
Yeah.
seems to have a grudge against Horodori.
Everybody hates Horodori.
Yeah.
Everybody hates Shakira Horodori.
Chikara performed this task himself. The results were unexpected. Had superhuman athletic abilities, strength, endurance, agility. They were all whoa.
Do you realize?
That's Mizuki. What? Wait, hello? So, wait! Wait, okay, so you're telling me Renju and Shoko adopted Mizuki?
Mizuki. The family
That's
name.
why Shoko was such a
Okira.
bad mom, but
Wait, so does that mean Mizuki and... No. Wait.
Mizuki and what?
Mizuki.
Okay. No, because does that mean that Mizuki was actually Kizuna's big sis, like the original one too?
You don't
Because...
notice ages are a little bit off.
Well, yeah, the ages are a little bit off, but... She did specifically call her Blue Riding Hood. And Mizuki's, like, main color is blue, so I'm like...
Genetically
I mean,
modified?
your eyes.
God, I love how they explained away if they literally made her gag from the first game plot relevant.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Dude, they made Date's porno mag power up
Mom.
real
Wait.
with a legit explanation.
I can't believe I didn't fucking realize it until now. Okay.
Weren't my real parents?
Mm.
No way.
Huh? The other
Cars.
side.
Left half.
Huh.
Mizuki, are you okay?
Yeah. It's not the first time I've seen a dead body.
That
But
is
why
not
it
what I am referring
white?
to.
Was he glued
You
on
hardly
there?
got any sleep last night. You must be mentally exhausted. Though, I suppose that is perfectly understandable. Anyone in a similar situation would...
It's fine. That's that, this is this. Let's just focus on the investigation. The body is Chikara's. If we can figure out more about this case, we can figure out other things.
Before inspecting the body, we should question the people around.
Didn't I already tell you?
Huh? I don't think so.
Okay, well,
Kagami.
my name is Kagami.
Okay. Kagami.
I want to become the best policeman I can be. Inspector Kagami. The inspector who loves to inspect with mirrors. Inspector Kagami.
I instantly forgot his name. Let's ask again.
Like I said, my name is... It's... What was it?
Even Kagami forgot.
Was it a mochi?
Yeah, my name is Omochi.
Ga-
I feel like...
Ryuki,
I don't understand this at all.
Date, Ryuki,
What's really
Mizuki
going
gaslit
on?
him so hard he doesn't even know what his name is.
Legit. Wait, I'm curious. His picture got covers his name.
Nobody knows what it is.
Oh my god. Well, at least it's not an emoji.
Yeah.
I love how it says he's looking for a girlfriend but addicted to dating apps. Oh my god. Wonder if he's here.
He's on the next page.
Oh, no. Oh, there we go. His name isn't covered here.
Because it's in the past.
R.I.P. Brad Venable. Wait, what?
What?
Who the fuck is Brad Venable?
Huh.
Oh, the Detective Pikachu. He died on January 7th, 2021. Okay. Wait. Now I'm curious. Oh, Kagami's voice actor is Brad Venable. That's why.
Oh. That's funny.
Yeah, so Brad Venable died. And he voices Kagami.
Dang.
RIP.
R.I.P. Kagami. I mean, not Kagami, Brad Venable.
Yeah.
The DNA results came back already. There's no doubt this body is Chikara Horadori's. Estimated time of death is 2:11 at 8 p.m. Nothing on his person. I'm gonna check my horoscope.
Your fucking horoscope.
It says, that person you admire will learn your name today.
His face at the edge is like, what?
Someone who was jogging early in the morning. He said when he found the body, he didn't see anyone else around. He's getting interrogated back at HQ right now. I'm sure he's got nothing more to offer, though. Nothing in particular. Park cameras didn't pick up anyone suspicious. Means no witnesses. We got nothing. I never thought Horadori's left half would be found like this. This is downright supernatural. I don't get it at all.
I love how he says supernatural and he's dressed like a character from Supernatural.
Wait, is he?
It's like, okay, let me look this up real quick because I don't entirely remember, but like, okay, it was it Castiel? Yeah, no, he's dressed like a character from Supernatural. Like, I mean, it's a red tie instead of a blue tie, but that shitty colored jacket. Like...
Detective kind of thing. Like, that detective dude in The Great Ace Attorney who always ate the, potatoes or something like that.
Uh-huh. That's the worst freaking observation I've made this entire time. I hate it so much.
You just exposed yourself as someone knowledgeable in Supernatural.
Look, when you spend any amount of time on Tumblr, especially if you have a Twitter mutual that is actively into shipping Destiel, You know these things.
Oh my gosh. Once at school, me and my friends for some reason started discussing whether it'd take longer to watch all of Supernatural or One Piece.
One Piece. Sorry, it's
Yeah,
One Piece.
One Piece
One
for
Piece has like
sure.
1,000 something episodes. It's actually insane.
Yeah. And then plus, like, don't they have like 10 movies or something?
Himiko art, Himiko art, Himiko art.
What?
I just saw Himiko art.
Himiko? Yeah! Himiko!
Himiko
Oh my
art.
god. I gotta get. What is it? Is Cyril? Okay, it's Cyril at 26. Goodness.
Yep.
Oh.
Hi, Ryuki.
Huh?
Ryuki's doing great.
Like, mentally. You know.
I'm fine. I'm more worried about you. You okay?
Well, he looks more normal now.
What are you talking about?
You seem kind of down.
No. I'm fine.
Okay, if you say so. What? Did you think I came here to play Frisbee? I came after I heard about what happened. I need to solve this case. It's my destiny. The investigation is at a standstill. Honestly, things aren't looking good. But that's no reason to abandon this case. Mr. Date wouldn't want me to just give up. He told me something. Ryuki, you have the potential to become our ace at Abyss. I believe in you, and I need to live up to those words. I need to arrest Terror with my own hands.
What's wrong?
Well, thinking about what happened 6 years ago, how could this happen? Anyway, that half of a body is definitely Chikara's. I saw Chikara's right half as Sekiba High. This is the other half. I want to solve this case so bad. It has to be me. Well, see ya.
Okay, bye, Ryuki.
I wonder if Ryuki is okay. He seemed a little panicky.
Just a bit.
Yes. But we shouldn't worry about him right now. We should search the area, Mizuki. Maybe we can find some sort of clue.
Yeah, got it.
No, let me look at Chikara's body. Oh, okay.
Let us begin. We should search this area.
On it.
They're just waiting until all the inspectors are gone so they
It
can
is
just do it by
Chikara Horadori's
themselves.
left side. It is cut at the molecular level. There are no other wounds to the body. This must be the cause of death. It is safe to presume the culprit is the same. Terror. This should be clear, but this is almost definitely not the murder scene. There are no traces of blood anywhere. The time of death is accurate to what the inspector told us.
Last night, around 8 o'clock on the 11th. But why?
And also, it's like he's been glued or frozen on.
Yeah, like, my theory at least is just that, you know, it's cold in the morning and he's against a stone/metal slab.
Oh.
That's bound to be pretty cold.
And it's also February, so that would make sense, yeah.
Yeah, that's my theory about it. They don't really tell you
What is this?
why.
Letters inside the body?
There are metal plates embedded into the corpse. They appear to be alphabetic letters.
R-L-E.
That seems to be the case.
Oh, F. A-E-F. Someone sprayed hot water back here or something.
What is this?
A mixture of iron powder, activated carbon, and
I'm just
saline solution.
imagining Terror in
Contents of
his
a
like
disposable
cool
hand
outfit
warmer.
doing
Something
spray
is
paint
written here.
on the slab.
It is emitting heat. If you use thermo mode,
it says A-E-F. On this side.
Nothing there. It's an owl-free vending machine.
Non-alcoholic beer.
This used to be the machine room. It was used to house the pump that regulated the flow of the fountain, but records indicate it is no longer in use.
Oh, there's a balloon.
Looks like there's something there.
We should take a look. It seems to be.
It's two colors.
Half is red and the other half is blue.
There's something inside.
No need to use X-ray. We can see inside. Mizuki, try popping it.
On it.
That with the bat? Oh, it's the sigil thingies. Those two crossed arrows that keep on showing up everywhere.
2 X's?
Or perhaps 2 pairs of intersecting arrows. What do you think, Mizuki?
Letters on the body in the monument, and the piece of paper in the balloon. Terror is just playing with us.
He does seem to be taunting us. Perhaps challenging us? It is certain that the culprit must have planted these clues. Mizuki, you need to solve this. You can do it.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
Those are the clues we have so far. The letters A, E, F on the monument. The letters R, L, E inside the body. And the piece of paper with the 2 pairs of intersecting arrows. Do you know what this could mean? Think, Mizuki.
A-E-F-R-L-E. Okay, so there's 6 letters, and I assume this is like an anagram of some type.
Yep, there's a clue that tells you exactly how to solve the anagram.
Leafer?
No.
I was gonna say Raphael, but there's 2 A's. There's 1 A, 2 E's. Freela?
No. There's a clue that will show you how to arrange the letters that you already found.
Yeah, so I know it's 2 arrows going downwards.
Now superimpose the images.
Okay, so I assume I have to move them. E-R-K-L, got the F and E underneath it. From there, we move it down again to get Belair?
No. Put the letters vertically.
Yeah, I know. The letters vertically would read... Okay, so like here... Here's what I've got right now.
Wait. I did this and I got the right answer. I gotta read through this on a piece of paper. Where's the pencil? Do I have a pencil here? Look at the arrows. Where are the arrows pointing?
The arrows were crossed pointing downwards.
Yeah, and now do that with the letters.
Yeah, that's
Turn
what I
it
did.
into a word. But you did not do it correctly.
Maybe it's in the other order. That would translate to LA, and then that would be Arilof?
No. A. If you put the X at where the A is, where will the arrow be pointing?
Down next to the L.
Okay, so A-L. And look at the L and put the second arrow. Where's the arrow pointing?
To the F.
A-L-F. And then go back to the top again. R. Where's the arrow pointing?
Oh, wait, so I have to do it consecutively.
Yeah.
Okay, see, because I thought it was just straight up like you do both at the same time, so you move A down next to L and then R next to E. Okay. So, let me type this back out again. A-L, F, E, and then I move the A-L down according to the second of the crossed arrows. So it's R, A, L, E, and then I do the same thing with the other one, right?
What number? I mean letters.
R.
What's the first few letters you have put together?
I have F-A-L right now.
Say them in order.
Huh?
Say them in order, dude.
Oh, okay. A-L-F.
And then start at R now.
And then I get to do the other one, which gives me... Alfrey?
Yeah.
Okay.
What does that remind you of?
Like Frey to Free.
No. No. It's some really small detail that, one character mentions that...
I see. Alfrey. Our search should be related to that.
Alfrey. Oh! The alcohol-free beverage. I see.
Because Leon always drinks it.
It's here.
Correct. The Alfrey vending machine. Terror must have led us to this spot.
So, is the message, search the all free?
I suppose so.
Then let's get right to it.
Wait, what are you going to do exactly?
I'm going to buy an all free.
But you cannot. You are only 18.
But this is non-alcoholic beer.
Well, it is true that it is technically legal for a minor to purchase non-alcoholic beer, but you have to understand the social and cultural ramifications.
So what do you want me to do?
Hit it with a pipe. Hit it with a pipe.
No choice. We gotta do it this way.
Hold it! This footage is weak.
Weak?
It will be too short.
What's too short?
My very important film. In any case, it is time to roll cameras. No rehearsals. Here we go. Ready? Action!
Just like, okay, Isla.
I have no idea what's going on, but oh well, here we go.
Breaks the vending machine. Oh, it's a labelless can.
Wait, this isn't all free.
Open it.
Oh.
Oh.
This world is a game, and I want to play with you. That's exactly what Terror said.
Mm-hmm.
Not exactly the same, but close enough. This world is a game, and I want to play with you. If you win, I'll give you a nice hint. I placed 3 balloons in random places around Tokyo. The balloons are red and blue. Look for them. Terror.
A challenge from Terror.
Bring it on. I'm up for any challenge.
Do you realize how big Tokyo is? How are you going to search for them?
Isn't it obvious? I'll do it on foot. No balloons here.
No, but there is someone who looks like they might give out balloons.
It's Kenny.
Perhaps he knows something.
What a coincidence running into you here. What's up?
Well... So these balloons might lead to a break in the case.
And finding them would help with arresting the culprit.
Probably.
No, I don't know about any balloons.
Got it.
Sorry I can't be of any help.
No, you don't have to apologize. Well... Ringing any bells?
Mizuki, look.
Oh.
What is this?
As you can tell, his temperature is rising rapidly.
Oh no. I'm making him horny.
Mizuki, no.
You don't have the sex appeal for that, Mizuki.
Oh, I am not gonna take that from you, Aiba.
Oh my
god. The
God.
point is, Gen is agitated. Though I cannot determine exactly why.
Picked up. But, fine. If you say so.
What was that?
It seemed like he was talking to someone.
Who?
Unknown.
This is my favorite spot. I came to look at the ocean. Looking at the horizon really calms me down.
How long have you been here?
Since about 8 in the morning.
Don't you need to open for lunch today?
No, I don't really feel up for it today. I'll open it for dinner only.
Shouldn't you take running your restaurant a little more seriously?
But I'm exactly that, serious. I don't want to serve food to my customers when I'm not at my best. Cooking is a serious affair. I don't want to be like Ota, cooking some half-assed meals.
There is something off about Ken.
Yeah, he's not his usual self. Do you think he's a different person?
Mizuki, I
Meaning...
swear.
Someone else wearing a Gen mask.
Well, not that that is impossible, but...
Wait, why does Mizuki think someone's wearing Gen's mask?
Yeah, I don't know.
punch Oridori in the face.
Why are you staring at me?
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I can tell what you're thinking. You don't think my face is monstrous, do you?
No.
I've felt this way before. That touch.
From who?
I was born with a crooked skeleton. My muscles and my skin are different from regular people. I got picked on since I was a kid. People hated me, insulted me, threw rocks, spit on me. That was just life. Normal. But she...
Another Amame.
Aren't you afraid?
Not at all.
Aren't I disgusting?
No. I think you're charming, if anything. And I know that your heart is more pure than anyone else. That's why I love you, Gen. That warm heart of yours, too. The way you look. All of it.
Amame. I told you this is how I was born, right? But I wasn't supposed to look like this. This was a result of genome experiments.
Again.
In the name of youth and eternal life.
Chikara
the hands of
again.
Chikara Horodori.
Everybody just wants to kill Chikara, I swear. Chikara is a horrible human being, and
That's
he
why I
deserves what he
hesitated
got.
to answer. I couldn't say anything. The terrible memories. I'm sorry I had to tell you all of this. You can forget it, really. Well, see ya.
Mizuki, should you not pursue him? He knows about Chikara.
I know, but I gotta get my head straight. Can you give me some time?
What about the balloons?
Yeah, I'll still look, but there's a lot of thoughts I have to keep in my head now.
Let's go ask Mama if she knows about the balloons.
Mama!
If she's still there.
No balloons here.
Mama at Marble may have information.
Yeah, good idea. I'll ask her.
Oh, you don't have to tell me. Chikara's left side was found at Yoyagi Park, right?
Wow, information gets to you fast.
I know when to make things quick and when to take my time.
Alright.
Yeah. I have a little nugget of information regarding Horodori.
You have dirt on Chikara?
The most pungent of dirt always makes its way to my nose.
So what information do you have?
Chikara was a devoted believer of a new religion called the Order of Percent, and their dirt is quite fragrant indeed. Anyway, he really believed in the simulation theory.
The Order of Percent is a holy sign of the Creator.
This random voice again. This fourth wall breaking voice just shows up out of nowhere.
The one with the mud is the one who created this world.
And then a second one.
They intentionally abandoned their memories so they could voyage through this world of lies.
Which is why we worship the one with the sun, the percent.
What was that?
Wait, which is why we worship.
Which is why we worship the one with the sun, the percent.
So this fourth wall-breaking voice is a part of the Order of Percent.
Their new scripture, I suppose.
Wait, Mama
Smells
could hear
fishy
that?
if you ask me.
No fishier than you.
What's the sign of percent?
That I don't know, but I have a feeling it has to do with the case.
Wait, what? How did Mama hear that? No one else has reacted to this fourth wall-breaking
I heard
voice
that.
before. What the heck? Okay.
No, I don't think Mama had that.
The
She was just
percent
referring to what
sign?
she was talking about before.
Anyway, he really believed in the simulation theory.
What was that?
Part of their new scripture, I suppose.
See, because she said part of their new scripture, which seems to be referring to the voices and not the part where it was, anyway, he believed in the simulation theory. Unless if Mama was also saying something while the voices were going.
It's two circles separated by a line. If you ask me how that's significant, I couldn't tell you, but this order of percent must be involved in all this somehow.
Hey, have you seen any red and blue balloons?
I haven't, but I can ask the Milky Balls. Oh, mighty balls, who is the biggest liar in the world? Those bags that say tear here. Oh, absolutely right. What is with that?
Who cares about that?
That is totally unrelated.
Sorry, that was my heart screaming out to be heard.
I don't need to hear your heart screaming right now.
Now, let's try this for real. Oh, balls, the great and powerful, please find something for me. Where are the red and blue balloons?
You should go to Ikume Shrine, where the fruit of immortality resides. You will find it there.
Ooh, did that work?
Well, I guess we should head to Ikume Shrine.
You actually believed her?
Not necessarily, but it's something.
Something, huh?
Thanks, Mama. That was a big help.
I don't know how any of that information helped you, but if it did, that's great. Come back again whenever. I'll be waiting. I've got a riddle for you. If you get it right, drinks on me. What happens when you get rough with a fuzzy navel? It spills, honey. I thought I told you about my great and powerful balls. After I plucked these out, I filled them with silicone.
Oh, that's why there are two.
She is clearly joking.
Mama, please.
The work does something very funny.
Oh, why is Lee in here? Why does he have a choker?
Just wait.
Momo. Moma. My dude.
Oh, it's you. What happened?
What the fuck? What happened to your voice?
Forget about me. What's with your voice?
It's a long fucking story. What do you want?
I wanted to ask you something.
Is it okay that I'm here
This is what I was talking about, how
Yeah, it's
why Date
The more
has
information, the better.
Saito's voice still. They have the technology to change voices anyways.
How about that?
blue and red balloons.
This is a Vochlocho.
A what?
A voice-changing lock choker. It's a necklace thing that can change your voice.
Yeah, and it's also a lock
I
choker.
wear this, I can have the perfect voice.
The perfect voice? So you actually want to sound like that?
No! You got it all wrong! This was a gift. It came preset like this.
Who gave it to you?
Shinpei. He gave it to me yesterday. He said it was a thank you gift.
I have analyzed the voice. The voice he is using now is that of Iris Saga.
Right. I knew I recognized it.
Moma and Shinpei are hardcore A-Set fans. Or perhaps I should say, Tessa fans.
So Shinpei gave him that Vochlocho with Iris's voice set as the default?
It seems that way.
What a creep.
I agree.
The thing about that is, I lost the key.
How?
Well, I was getting pretty into the booze here at the office last night with this thing on.
So you were playing around with it?
The more details he gives, the creepier he sounds.
I woke up and I couldn't find the fucking key. I thought I had put it somewhere safe or something, but I couldn't remember.
So that's why he called on my
Anyways, I must
services
go
as a
now. Bye.
lockpick to help.
I've known Lian for years. I know what he can do.
Thanks, but those are days I would rather forget.
I never will. Do you have any idea how much money you made me? I'm sure you know this already, but this guy here?
That's in the past. I've gone clean.
Anyway, Lian, get this thing off me. I got shit to do today.
Why don't we leave it on for a bit? Let me hear that cute voice a little longer.
Burn in hell!
The way he said that, I'm gonna lose it.
Ugh, stop with that occult crap. I don't like it one bit. I don't get it, and I don't like it. The only thing I can tell you is that I have no idea. Haven't seen any.
There are supposed to be 3 balloons. You haven't heard about any of them being spotted?
Sorry, I got nothing.
Damn. We know terror is abnormal. I figured since you're abnormal too, maybe you'd have an idea.
I'm not abnormal. I'm the most normal.
When he raises his voice like that...
It is not what I would call convincing.
Moma,
Oh, my sweet flower. You shouldn't fall in love with a rogue like me.
But Moma, I can't help myself.
You're only going down a road of pain and regret.
I'm gonna cry.
No, that's not true. As long as I have you by my side.
Tessa!
Moma.
Tessa!
I'm not gonna lose it.
That's a bizarre situation. I don't really know what happened, but I will say this. He got what was coming to him. You know that I was a janitor at Horodori Institute, right? Director Horodori and I talked. I heard a bunch of rumors.
Rumors?
It would take a while to explain, so I'd rather tell you later.
But...
Mizuki, I admit I am curious as well. However...
Right, we need to focus on the balloons.
Oh, I saw one at Iowan earlier.
The orphanage?
Yeah, it was tied to a tree. I mean, I didn't get a good look at it. It was just out of the corner of my eye.
Thanks, I'll go check it out. But why were you there?
I was there to see my beautiful princess.
Hey, Liam! Please, can you get this thing off me already? The choker!
What's going on?
Moma is losing circulation to his brain. The choker must be preventing blood flow.
Leon, please!
Yeah, got it. Ugh, this old geezer. His breath stinks.
That's not the concern right now. This is life or death.
I can't help it. My sense of smell is better than a giant pouched rat.
What the hell kind of animal is that? Couldn't you have just said dog?
Mizuki, look for the key!
The key?
The key that will unlock the choker!
I thought I had put it someplace safe or something, but I couldn't remember.
It must be. It's gotta be behind there. It's gotta be right here.
Is that a hidden safe?
It appears to be.
There's an A-set figure, and there it is! It's the key!
Yes, I am sure it is.
But why does he have an A-set figure?
Mizuki, focus!
You saved me. Sorry about all the ruckus. Thanks.
You should thank Leon. He's the one who opened the safe.
Haha, the master of unlocking at your service.
Nah, hold on. That don't make sense. Wouldn't picking open the choker be easier than picking the safe? Whatever.
Mizuki, we need to continue our investigation.
Right, we need to find the balloons. Oh, I have an idea. Hey, Moma, can I borrow your Vochlocho?
Yeah, sure. You saved my life. I owe you one.
Thanks, Moma.
Now then.
Let's go. Why is there a police officer here?
Unknown. But I see a balloon over there.
Oh? It's red.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go.
No, it's just a normal balloon.
This isn't one of Terror's balloons.
I suppose not. This is all red.
Yeah, sorry to say, it's not the real deal.
Boss.
Iba told me about Terror's challenge. He thinks he can play with us like this. I don't think Terror's balloons are here. How are you doing on your end? Find any yet?
Nope, haven't found any yet.
Slacking off on the job.
Oh, come on! What am I supposed to do? It's not like I'm looking for a lost TV remote in my couch or something.
You're only 18. What do you need more money for?
I've had my eye on a bunch of stuff.
Clothes, handbags, grenades, etc.
Grenades?
You really think now is the best time to be asking me for a raise? Talk to me after the case. I got called here because of a particularly troublesome coworker.
Who?
Ryuki.
Oh.
He was too gung-ho and ended up making a huge mistake. Ryuki found out about the whole balloon thing from Tama. He came to this amusement park to investigate. Some part-timer was working here dressed up in an Adarabbit costume. He was apparently tying balloons to the fence. When Ryuki saw that...
Stop right there!
He shouted at him to get his attention, but I guess the guy didn't hear. There was a paper bag at the mascot's feet. Later, we found out it had scissors in it for cutting the strings of the balloons. But when the guy reached down into the bag, Ryuki must have thought it was a weapon.
mate.
He shot him?
Yeah, a police officer shooting at a civilian. It's unprecedented. This is going to be a real scandal.
About the shooting.
Luckily, the part-timer wasn't hit. The bullet went through his suit, but it didn't hit his body. He's getting interrogated at HQ. I saw him earlier. The man looked unstable. I just hope he doesn't do anything stupid. The guy in the suit was listening to music. He had his earbuds in. That's why he couldn't hear Ryuki. He only just started putting them up. He was going to put up more, but that's when Ryuki came. HQ closed off the park. They came up with some stupid reason, like they found something dangerous on the grounds or something. The higher-ups are in a frenzy working on a cover-up. And unfortunately, that means me too. I cannot apologize enough. This was my mistake. I wasn't paying enough attention. What? Dismissal, but... He's young and inexperienced, but he's an excellent agent. Can we please reconsider?
That's surprising. I didn't expect that coming from boss.
Of course, that may not be literally what was said. All that was in a dream, after all.
I need to clean up this mess. Then, yell at some people, then do my best brown-nosing. I've got a long day of diplomacy ahead of me, so I'm gonna get going. Good luck with the rest of the investigation.
Is Ryuki gonna be okay?
I don't know.
There is no point in thinking about him now. Let's go, Mizuki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see? No balloons here.
But Mama said...
You should go to Ikume Shrine, where the fruit of immortality resides.
I trust her mystical precognition as far as I can throw her.
Huh. What's the fruit of immortality anyway?
Likely the Tokijiku no Kaku.
You know it?
Yes, I have heard of it before. It is said that eating it will grant you youth and eternal life. Many believe it is a Tachibana orange. It is an object of worship at this shrine.
Wow, the fruit of immortality. Hey, wait! There it is! There it is! The balloon!
And it is, indeed.
You're correct. This is a red and blue balloon.
See, I told you!
How did Mama know?
Doesn't matter to me.
It should.
Let's try popping it. It looks like there's something in there. Like the one at Yoyagi Park. Let's do it!
Another slip of paper. This time with a 3.
What does it say on the back?
INDG.
3 and Indig. We cannot currently decode this message.
We need to find all 3 balloons.
I'm like taking notes on all of this, by the way.
What is it, Mizuki?
Nothing, just... this really takes me back. But now's not the time for reminiscing. We need to find the balloons.
Oh, there it is.
Look, over there!
No doubt about it. That is one of Terra's balloons.
Just like Leon said.
But it is high out of reach.
It's fine. I got it.
Don't shoot at it, Mizuki. There's children around.
Hiya!
I forgot you can just do that. To Umra.
Why did you pop it in midair?
Don't sweat the details.
Well, in any case, you did reveal what was inside the balloon.
Yeah.
It says 2.
And on the back?
Unra?
No way. Terror is a pervert.
What?
Unra? Clearly it's a code for undergarments. Terror is a panty thief.
The one at the shrine said 3.
And on the back it said Indig.
It is still indecipherable to me.
There's one more balloon left.
Hello.
It's a nurse.
I didn't see anyone. I just got here moments ago.
I see.
If no one saw them, they must have snuck in at night. The security here is pretty bad. It hasn't improved any over the years. But that is how Mr. Chieda wants it. This isn't a prison. We don't need cameras. If only we did. That awful incident all those years ago could have been avoided.
What incident?
The missing child. I'm sure you've heard of a child going missing from Iowan.
Uru Somazuki, a 6-year-old, went missing one day. Whether it was kidnapping or an accident, no one has any clue, and he still has not been found. It was a distressing event.
If they had cameras, maybe it could have been prevented. Even after that tragedy, Mr. Chieda still refuses to upgrade the security around here. I don't know what he's thinking. Good day. Are you here about Chikara? I saw on the news that a corpse was found. That makes the whole thing even more baffling.
What do you mean?
I had always thought Jin Furue's disease had something to do with his murder. He had half-body tumors. It's a rare disease that causes tumors to develop only on one half of the body. Organs, skin, bones. I don't remember which side of the body it was for him, but I always thought his murder had to do with the disease somehow. But Chikara doesn't fit into that at all.
I remember. Chikara's right side that was found at Sakuba High had all the innards removed.
That wasn't reported by the press.
But how does it all fit together?
Whatever the case, the nurse may have just given us a vital clue. There is much to think about. We need to find all the balloons.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go.
He's got rocket boosters on those?
Ugh, the sun is already setting. What do we do?
Calm down, Mizuki. It is dangerous to drive while agitated.
It's fine. At this speed, falling wouldn't even hurt me.
But the bike could break. It was provided to you by Abyss. If you damage company property like that, it will come out of your salary.
Ugh.
Slows down.
Good girl. Mizuki, it's from Boss.
Crap.
I will connect you.
Hey, Mizuki. I got a call from HQ. There was a report of someone spotting a balloon in the warehouse district in Ariake. Can you head there right away?
Wait, but I was there already. I didn't see any balloons.
You must have missed it. They said they saw it around 8:30 a.m.
8:30 a.m.
Anyway, I'm counting on you.
If the balloon was there at 8:30 a.m.
and it was gone by the time we got there,
that must mean
someone took it.
But who would have done that?
Could it be
Ryuki? Or Gen?
Gen?
Hey, you can't just barge into the kitchen like that.
Just listen, please. Gen, are you hiding something from me?
Uh-oh, did you find out I've been using frog meat?
Cut the shit. I'm searching your place.
Stop, hey, come on. My customers are going to be freaked out if they see you rummaging around here. You can't be touching things in the kitchen, it's unsanitary. And on top of that, boy, I hate to have to ask this, but do you have a warrant?
Mizuki.
I know. There's a way to search without touching anything.
Right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There was a report of someone seeing the balloon at around 8:30 a.m. at the warehouse district. You said you were there around 8 a.m. Gen. You must have seen it.
Sorry, I can't do that. I've dedicated my life to cooking, unlike Oda Matsushita.
Why do you hate him so much?
How would you feel if there was an excellent, sharp knife just sitting there, rusting away because no one was caring for it? It's like that. What do you mean? I don't want anything.
There it is.
A popped balloon. But X-ray will not reveal the color. It could be a coincidence.
Hey, what are you?
Shut up. What is this? Why did you lie? Actually, I don't really care why right now. I need you to answer me. There should have been a piece of paper in the balloon. Where is it? Are you really not gonna tell me? Then you're coming with me. Or I can have the cops bust in here and close you down for the day to search every inch of this place. Which do you prefer?
Yeah, Mizuki, okay.
Why did he lie?
That's what I'm gonna sink into him to find out.
Well, you may not discover exactly why during the sync.
But I can still get valuable information.
Ah, you mean what the piece of paper in the balloon said?
Yeah, exactly.
They can just go through with maths. Okay.
Mizuki, before you start, I'll say one thing.
I know. I can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes. I've heard it so many times I can hear it in my sleep.
Well, technically...
Let's just get started.
Okay. Ready? And... let's begin.
Okay, back at Brahmin.
This is Brahmin.
This is a small place. Finding what we need should go quick.
I would not be so sure. You can never anticipate what might happen in Somnia.
Anyway, what is that you're doing there?
Salmon! I am imitating the rugged salmon of the Sea of Okhotsk.
But why?
We are here to investigate Gen. He has been acting fishy lately.
Ha ha, very clever.
Shall we begin?
So we're just not gonna acknowledge that, huh?
Somnium scan!
We're not gonna acknowledge it. It's fine. Don't think about it.
Guess we should look around the place first.
Okay. A normal table seat.
It's a little tight.
Maintaining social distancing would be hard.
Golden Yokocho has tons of tiny restaurants.
This is a picture of Ganesha,
a Hindu god.
She was beheaded, and her head was replaced by an elephant.
Stories about gods are always really out there.
This picture is blank. It is not opening.
It's not opening.
Walk-in style.
Let's look at something else.
Let's see. By incorporating different flavors, a patron will be able to enjoy this same cuisine multiple times. The angle of the knife can change the flavor, texture, appearance. For intestine stew...
Wow, Genny. He sure studies cooking hard.
You can tell how serious he is about being a chef.
Which explains why it tastes so good.
What is this?
Komeji's voice. TV? Or maybe the radio?
Let's look.
Something's happening over there.
blackout.
Aiba, you okay? What happened?
What? The floor.
Now returning back to us, our mysterious Super Chef A!
Oh my god. Oh, okay.
The pride of our culinary academy, Super Chef A!
What?
Super Chef A? Aiba?
This episode's battle shall be A versus Gen. Our panel of gourmet dining expert judges tonight shall be Matsushita Diner's very own Ota Matsushita to provide commentary.
I'm looking forward to tasting Super Chef A's dishes, but the other contestant tonight has a chance to finally impress me.
Why does he look like he was 6 years ago? Okay.
Before we've even gotten started, Ota is already trying to get under Gen's skin. He is known for his brutal honesty. Our second judge for this evening shall be the beautiful Amame Doi from the fine-made cafe establishment, Sunfish Pocket.
Good luck, Gabby!
Hey now, you're the judge. You can't play favorites.
It's fine. I'll be fair and square.
Let's get a comment from both of the contestants. First, Gen Ishiyagane.
I don't take cooking lightly.
Oh, you can sense his passion burning like spicy Korean cuisine. Next is Super Chef A. Tell us what's going through your mind right now. Okay, we're almost ready to begin this showdown.
A cook-off with Gen?
If you win, can you unlock his mental lock?
Even if that was the case, I've never cooked before.
You're a high-tech artificial intelligence. You can do this.
I can?
Yes, if you train.
Train?
We can use the timey from earlier to shorten any amount of time down to 1 second.
Well, true. But even a few hours of practice will not be enough.
I said any amount of time.
Mizuki, don't tell me. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking about training.
Are you serious? Please, tell me you are joking.
Oh my god. Wait, I need to figure out how many days that is. 31536. 31536 000. Just condense a whole freaking year's worth.
Let's begin the training!
Seriously?
Fucking salt.
You call yourself an AI and that's all you can do? Do it again!
Yes, Chef. Sorry, Chef.
Oh my god. What the hell?
You dare challenge me to a battle of culinary prowess? Pathetic.
Yes. I've created a monster! A cooking monster!
Bring it on, Gen Ishiyagane.
Wow! Look at that passion! You can cut the tension in the air with a butter knife! Please introduce the theme.
This battle's theme is... a multi-course meal for our judge!
Chef's Battle!
Tonight is the night we reveal the fruits of our cooking labor.
What will you make first?
A salad. Fiber is an important part of a healthy diet. With my culinary inspiration backed by dedicated training, I can do anything. Let's cook.
Oh my god. What the fuck? What are those
Witness
names?
my superior cooking technique.
What is she doing?
She must be making some kind of salad.
Wow! She threw the ingredients into the air! And she jumped after them!
Good thing the stadium is so enormous.
The vegetables are getting sliced up. I can't even explain what I see.
I get it. By slicing the vegetables high in the air, she's incorporating fresh air into the texture and flavor.
Incredible! The Super Samurai Chef A is closing her eyes now.
Oh my god. This fucking song,
She sees the food with her heart.
Samurai sympathy.
What? She didn't cut anything.
No, look.
A spiny lobster. The passion, the pride.
It's a symbol of her dedication to win this battle.
What a crazy dish.
Iva, what was that?
Cooking is an invitation to taste and see with your mouth. Spiny lobsters are yummy.
I see. It sure looks impressive.
Spiny lobster salad. Done.
Looks good.
Chef A, what a natural. Her first dish is complete.
Looks like a solid dish.
What's happening on the challenger side?
Stone pot bibimbap? That's a bit heavy for an appetizer.
No, this is bibimbap salad. I want Amame to feel comfortable expressing herself, to show the range of her emotions.
Which is why you chose such a colorful salad.
And the egg on top is an accent? As much as I hate to admit it, it's clear plenty of thought went into
literally
this.
a cooking show.
What's next
I'm
on the
gonna
menu
cry.
for Gen Ishiagane's side?
The main course.
It's looking pretty good. We can't lose, Iva.
Who do you think you're talking to? I did not endure that training for nothing.
What are you making next?
My main course. Meat. I will bare my soul with this dish.
Okay. Let's go. Elegant salt. Flying elegant salt. Hell's medium rare.
Witness my superior cooking technique.
Now, Super Chef A buried her soul.
Looks like steak.
A steak? Kind of a simple meat dish for her maid, no?
Miss Super Chef A. I'm sure she has some plans for that meat.
I see. Let's take a look. Wow. The meat is up in the air.
She's instantly resting the meat after cooking it. It's a high-level technique.
And now Super Chef A has taken flight like a hawk.
She's going to salt the meat in the air.
Wow. She's salting while spinning.
Amazing.
What a touch.
Why is she doing this?
I don't know. It's beyond comprehension.
Now Super Salty Chef A has returned to the ground before the meat. Wow! She's blowing onto the gas stove and creating a pillar of fire!
Hellish medium rare.
By cooking at a high temperature, she's going to trap in the juices.
Steak cooked over the fire of Hades! I'm really looking forward to this.
I can't wait to try it.
What are the chicken wings around the steak for?
It imitates the beautiful legs of an insect.
Iva, are you trying to lose?
The aesthetics of food is just as important as flavor.
Okay, if you really think so, you do you.
My elegant steak meal is complete.
It looks good.
Our fantastical fantasy Super Chef A has completed her second course. Meanwhile, on the Gen side...
Is that fish?
Amame deserves to be free. I want her to be herself.
Yes, free as a fish, swimming in the vastness of the ocean blue.
Steak versus fish. This could be what breaks this stalemate.
Ben's doing fish. Are we gonna be okay?
Worry not, my little kitten. Did you not see how much training I accomplished?
I feel like this persona of yours is getting weirder and weirder every time I talk to you.
The time limit is almost upon us. The next dish will be the last.
I'm making dessert, of course.
The finishing touch will be dessert. Mine will be the best.
Okay. Let's go. Foaming bubble. Challenge against God.
Witness my superior cooking technique.
Oh my God.
Super Chef A finale. What will she make?
It's a dessert.
The Super Chef Miracle Whipper. She's whipping like no one I've ever seen before.
Oh my God.
Whipping is all about the speed.
Wow! What's this? She's going so fast it's creating a pillar of light. She's throwing strawberries into the light.
The sky is sucking up the strawberries.
Oh my God.
Wow! What is happening? Super Chef A, queen of all, has been absorbed into the pillar of light.
Oh my
The queen
God.
will now challenge the gods themselves.
What is going on here?
Challenge against the gods. Oh
Super Chef
my
A
God.
of the sky has returned from the heavens.
Have the gods forgiven her hubris?
The God Chef A is holding a cake. What? You can't even see the top.
By challenging the gods, she created a cake tower of Babel.
The most insane dessert mankind has ever seen.
Even the gods are amazed by this dessert.
I think you're taking this way too far.
God cake? Served.
How do you even eat this?
Now, Ultimate Chef A has completed all her dishes.
Can that dessert be defeated?
Let's check out Gen's side.
Donuts?
Amame deserves love, forever and always.
The idea here must be that everyone, young and old, male and female, loves donuts.
I remember back in the day, people would line up for hours to get good donuts.
This looks promising. Both contestants have finished. Now is the time for judgment.
I will judge which three-course meal is the best for me.
Oh yeah, that was the theme. Iba, are we okay?
It should be fine.
I hope so.
Judgment time. Please judge the shocking superstar Super Chef A's dishes first.
This is good! This lobster is a work of art!
The lobster is cooked perfectly.
This is good! It almost tastes like it's alive.
What do you mean by that?
It's so good, I can't tell if I'm eating or if I'm being eaten. My senses have inverted from the flavor.
That didn't clear it up.
It's nice and juicy.
How did they move it over?
This is good! This cake is going to take me to heaven!
She literally did that!
The sweetness is just right.
And the challenger, Gen's cooking.
Bibimbap salad. I hate to admit it, but this is pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
The fish is perfect. You can taste the freedom in the flavor.
The fish is so good too.
This donut, you can taste the spirit of it. It's a flavor unlike any other.
Yeah, it's good.
Wow, the lexicon on her.
Yeah,
A
it's
simple
good.
it's good is all she had to say.
Because it's good.
In any case, who will be decided the winner? This will be tough to judge.
Do you think you're gonna win?
I hate to say this after all that, but is this even going to uncover Gen's secret?
Let's head to the results. Please.
The winner of this cooking battle is... Super Chef A!
What? Why?
Huh? Why did he get caged? What the hell?
Huh? Gen went into the cage.
He locked himself up after being rejected by a mame.
So you shouldn't have won?
No, the mental lock is unlocked. We are certainly closer to his true heart. Gen put all of his passion for a mame into his meals.
Let's investigate the dishes.
You have 4 minutes remaining.
Bibimbap salad.
Ota said the egg was important.
Bibimbap salad. It is an intricate dish.
It could even work as a meal.
The key to this dish is the egg.
I wonder how it tastes.
Bibimbap's
Otis.
Yes, let me taste it.
I am sure you're well aware, Game, but you are the result of genetic modification. You were birthed from an egg that had its genome altered in the course of researching eternal life. But this resulted in extreme changes in your bone structure. Your epidermis is also abnormally hard, closer to rock than human skin. You are a failed experiment. Pitiful, really.
I was born into this cruel world looking like this. But I don't resent Chikara. Not really. Maybe it's more accurate to say that I've lost all emotion. Happiness, joy, it's all gone gray. This is just my reality. It's how I live every single day. I want Amame to feel comfortable expressing herself, to show the range of her emotions.
Okay.
That's terrible.
Chikara Horadori is an awful man. Amame,
Do you know what was missing from Genny's dishes?
what? It appears there was a specific reason Gen lost. Perhaps it wasn't original.
That doesn't matter. All that really matters is...
What's the most important thing? What could it be?
Don't you want to find out more about Gen?
But he's trapped in his cage.
What about his dishes?
Right. Let's investigate.
Three minutes left. You can do this.
This is Gen's fish course. I will try it.
Hey! What are you looking at?
Nothing.
What's with that mask? Why don't you show us your face? Monster! What the hell is with this guy? He's a total freak!
I didn't do anything.
Fuck off! You'd be better off dead, freak!
When I was young, there was this kid bullying me. I pushed him and ended up breaking his bones. It's like everyone says, I am a monster. If I stand up for myself, people get hurt. So I just took everything I got. All the judgment, the teasing, the beatings. Amame deserves to be free. I want her to be herself.
Gen's donuts. Let's try them out.
Oh no, my stroller! What am I gonna do with all this stuff?
You seem like you could use a hand. Can I help?
Oh, thank you. Yes, could you hold my baby for just 1 second? Oh, you're hideous! What are you? Don't touch my baby!
People avoided me, pushed me away. I was useless in a society like this, unneeded. It was like I didn't exist, or maybe I'm not allowed to exist, which is why I started living my life in hiding. Amame deserves love, forever and always.
Gen was ostracized by society and lives a lonely life.
Genny.
Do you know what was missing from Genny's dishes?
What is it? What was he missing? Self-love.
Yes. I appreciate the way you care about me, but you can't keep hiding your heart in a cage, Genny. I want you to escape that cage.
I was useless in a society like this, unneeded.
Do you think I think the same way?
If I stand up for myself, people get hurt. So I just took everything I got. All the judgment, the teasing, the beatings. It's like everyone says, I am a monster.
I never once thought you were a monster, Genny.
Aren't you afraid?
Not at all.
Aren't I disgusting?
No. I think you're charming, if anything. And And I know that your heart is more pure than anyone else. I want you to love yourself more. Do it for me.
But
That's why I love you, Gen. That warm heart of yours, too. The way you look. All of it.
Amame. Oh, I know. Amame never feared me. I do have a place. There are people out there who need me. Not many, but it's enough. My place is here.
I wanted to eat your cooking, Genny.
I remember now. I remember her saying it before.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Frog meat again?
Nope. This is alligator.
It's really good.
Thank you.
I'm glad. I'm really happy. Now let's go back.
You idiot. We haven't found any clues yet.
Here you go.
What?
This is on the house.
Oh, thank you.
Hmm?
It looks like normal omelet rice.
Shaped like a balloon.
Well then, let's eat. Alligator meat is surprisingly easy to eat. Huh?
What happened?
That's...
Ghost.
The paper!
That means Gen did have it.
Yes! Now we can go back!
Miss. Thank you. I won't lose next time.
Apologies, but you can face Ota next time. I do not want to go through more training.
Okay, let me write that down. Okay, I just had it. So my friend just sent me. I just had an incredibly clear image in my head of the Tower of Babel falling over, except afterwards, only Dante can't be understood by other people.
Where's Genny?
Abnormal activity was detected in his brain after the sync. It's not anything serious, but Pewter decided to take him to the medical office as a precaution.
Oh.
Gen's brain is atypical. The nano cables may not have been connected properly.
Is he okay?
Like I said, nothing serious. It's not life-threatening and there shouldn't be any side effects.
Okay, if you say so. But I wanted to ask Genny tons of things. About Chikara and why he lied.
I am curious about that too, but we should hold off until later.
Yeah, before we do anything, let's solve Terror's annoying little puzzle.
Right. We got our third clue in the Somnium.
The pieces of paper in the balloons. One said 1, and on the other side, host.
The one at Iowan said 2, and Unra. And?
The one at Ikume Shrine said 3 and Indig, right?
Yeah.
What are these signifying?
Well, if we line up the letters... Indigo, underwear, hostess?
That's way too many letters. Where are you getting this from?
Oh, I know!
I know you don't know, so don't say anything. You were probably about to say something even worse. Could you two please take this seriously? The letters on the pieces of paper, what do they signify?
Let's see. HOSTUNRAINDG. EGN. Rain. Rain, stun, or okay. Unless if it's a similar thing to the... Yeah, let me try that. The same decoding method as the first one. So, aura, that makes sense. Got a new one here, ST, UN, aura. Okay, and then let's move it down. And so alright. Alright. ETUM. Orine de Tantucci. That doesn't sound right. Horror in stun to no. DG is tripping me up here. Well, okay, it was one letter first. So maybe I have to do it one letter at a time. Let's get the first half then. For host. HNIOUN. Sad, SADTRG. No. Stun, aura. Aura, stun, INTG. Gin. Aura, stun, Gin.
I really don't get it.
Don't give up. Think harder.
One, two. Because they were separated. O1 STU 2 IN 3 2. Is he stun in rain? But that doesn't seem right. What do the numbers mean? Are they the order? Or are they the number of letters that we... No, we're using all of the letters. You know what, I'm using an anagram scrambler because I don't know what to do with this one. That doesn't seem right. I can't use the anagram solver for this one. Ion set 2 in Ulra. Ikumi Shrine in 3. INDG. Maybe I take the first letter. HUI. Let me try. Huey Armstrong tag. I don't know. Oh, maybe. Wait, let me try this. Okay. H, first one. And then we do the second one to A. The third one, let's just go back to I. Let's go back to this. S. M. G. No.
Hey, what if it was like this? There were 3 numbers on the pieces of paper, correct? Line them up top to bottom. And remember, these are not the only pieces of paper we found. There is another.
Are you talking about the one at Yoyagi Park?
Exactly that.
Yeah.
What happens if you consider what that piece was telling you?
Oh, I get it.
That's what I tried, though. That's literally what I tried. Orion Stone G. Hora Inst Underground.
Hora Inst Undid.
Horadori Institute Underground.
Precisely.
Under Horadori Institute of Genetics.
That's literally what I figured out at first, but okay. Maybe I just did it wrong.
No warrant? We're not letting you in without a warrant.
If you cause me one more headache, I'm cutting your pay.
A back door.
Huh?
Well. I never thought the police would be calling on my skills.
Thank you for your help.
Nah, don't thank me. I'm just doing this for old time's sake.
I was wondering, though, where is this underground room?
Oh, right. Terror's Challenge. It pointed you to underneath Horadori Institute, right? But I've never seen anything there.
Huh.
I mean, I heard people talking about it. I heard this one lab guy there say, hey, this lab that we're in, this is a huge space. There might be some hidden passageway or something. But it's not like they knew for sure or anything.
A hidden passageway.
You're gonna look for it, right? I'll help. I already bought this ticket. Might as well take the ride. Crap! A lookout! Hide! Ooh, they're gone.
Okay, so I can't really idle here, can I?
This isn't gonna be easy to find. Huh. Reminds me of my glory days, huh? Really takes me back.
Less talking, more looking.
Yeah. What time is it right now?
It is 23:45.
Okay, we've got 15 minutes to find it then.
Why?
At midnight, the new shift of guards comes in. That's their patrol schedule. What, this? I got it in Bali. It says, Danger Zone. Cool, huh?
They're just completely unimpressed.
Hey, remember what we were talking about at the Kumakura office? You said there were a bunch of rumors about Chikara.
Yeah, some shady human experiments are being done here. Something about DNA manipulation and gene therapy? I don't know exactly. I hear they modified the DNA of embryos and gave birth to a bunch of genetic experiments. All for the goal of eternal life. Chikara was in charge of everything. He had a close circle of trusted associates that ran the experiments. I don't know exactly how it happened, but eventually, word of these experiments started to spread to the outside world. And that's what caused the facilities to close. That's when Chikara ran and went missing. But they never proved anything in court. The building had already been demolished. All the evidence, toast. So a year later, Chikara could just rebuild the whole thing. He named it Horodori Institute of Genetics and started all over again.
Crap, another one!
Okay, the coast is clear. Nah, I don't think so. But they're doing something creepy.
Creepy?
There's some virus called the TC Purge. I'm not a doctor. I don't really know how it works, but if it gets inside you, it messes with your brain. It makes you hallucinate and think crazy things. And it spreads in the air. If this virus gets out somehow, the human race is in for a rough trip. Can you picture it? The whole world going crazy. People everywhere doing unpredictable things. Crazy things. Over and over.
Oh, a diary.
Jeez, another one! I gotta say, I'm pretty pumped right now.
This is...
a journal or research log. One of the researchers must have left it.
But it's locked, right?
Indeed. In that case...
No, let's get Liam to open it up.
What's this?
I found it earlier, but it's locked.
Okay, let me see. Huh, easy. Got it open.
Momoka won, by the way.
I've heard tons of rumors regarding Chikara Horodori, ever since I started here. He locks the place up every night by himself. And then, he gets up to something. Could he be tampering with the experimental data? Could he be licking Momoka's keyboard and chair?
Ew! That would be like we were indirectly kissing! Screw that pervert!
That's when I got the idea to leave my phone behind one night and record everything. The next morning, I checked the video, but Chikara wasn't on it. Actually, the only thing I recorded was some strange sound that kept repeating. The melody went something like this. Fa mi mi re ti la mi so. What could that be?
Fa mi re ti la mi so?
Those must be the notes of the recorded sound. This alone does not help us.
Hey, can you come over here?
What's going on?
It looked like the ankle on this statue moved, so I tried turning it around, and I found these buttons.
Is this a keypad for a pin code?
But there are only 7 buttons.
Oh, it corresponds to...
I see. Each button plays a different note.
But it was all over the place. I don't think that was in order.
In any case, the sequence we must enter is obvious. Go ahead, Mizuki.
Okay, what was it again? Double checking. We're in.
There it is! Lian, look! The hidden passage!
Shh! Not so loud. We'll hear us.
Guess it's more like a staircase than a passageway.
I mean, technically it's a passageway.
This below-ground area is covered in tungsten. That is why the X-ray did not reveal anything.
Oh.
Right, let's get moving.
Tungsten. Man, this really does look like
It's
something from
locked.
Zero Escape.
Guess this is where I come in. Yeah, it's open.
Amazing, Lian!
I said don't be so loud.
Lian, are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, let's go in.
Huh? What did they find?
This is...
What did they find?
What is this?
Huh.
I don't see anything at first glance, but something is up.
We should search this place.
2 circles.
Huh?
What is it?
I thought I heard something. Leon, did you hear anything?
No, nothing. I think you're just hearing things.
Besides you two, I detect no biological life here. I do not detect anything on the stairs either.
Okay, guess it's fine then. Sorry for spooking you. Let's search the room.
Yes, let us do the usual routine.
Oh, Leon isn't here anymore.
Remember what I have explained previously. In this space, objects and individuals that are irrelevant are excluded from the recreation.
But even though I can't see him now, he's still in the room, in reality.
Correct. He is searching the area. Let us leave Leon alone for now. Focus on the investigation at hand.
Got it. It's a power switch. It was on when we came in.
Is it a light switch?
It looks a little big to be a light switch.
Yeah, that's more
Perhaps
like a
it
power
powers
breaker.
the entire room.
Could be.
Mizuki, there is a power line that leads to it from above. Follow the X-ray.
Oh, it leads over here and then stops.
There's a door on the other side of the plate.
And perhaps a hidden secret beyond it. A power switch and an electrical line leading
there's
away
another
from it.
one.
The line splits in two.
Let's follow both.
Okay, so that one doesn't lead anywhere, but this leads over
The
here.
power line in the ceiling leads to the other side of this wall.
And if you follow it further,
Here.
there is something in this wall. Is it a switch?
Yeah, by pressing this part here, it turns on.
A hidden switch.
What happens if I press it?
It looks as though it powers a different area.
Is this a tooth?
It is the first molar of the upper jaw. It does not appear as though it was pulled out with any instruments. There are no marks on the tooth's enamel.
Then how?
Perhaps the owner of this tooth was punched in the face.
Whose tooth is it?
Unknown. Let us call this person T for now. T for tooth, of course.
I wonder if the air is being ventilated properly. It's stale in here.
We are underground. The airflow is likely quite poor.
No, that's not it. I don't know how to explain it, but there's bad air down here.
There's dead bodies.
There's an iron plate above the door. What's that doing here?
Perhaps some sort of shutter. If that plate came down, the door would not be able to be opened.
Yeah, that does look like it. Doesn't seem to be connected to anything, though.
I see some bloodstains.
It appears that much time has passed. Years at least. And footprints in the blood.
There's a square hole here.
It is a foot switch, similar to those used at hospitals to open emergency doors. You can use your foot to trip the switch, leaving your hands free. But it does not appear to be powered currently.
If I want to use this switch, I've got to feed it some power first.
And one more thing. There are footprints around the switch as well. The same prints from the bloodstains. These prints are also old, likely many years. We have collected all the ingredients.
Ingredients for what?
You don't know? Judging by the clues, something occurred in this space many years ago. Someone, let's call them X, came to this room and did something. If we can follow what X did, we can discover new information.
Huh.
Anyway, just answer my questions.
Okay, sure.
Let us begin. What do you think X did first when they came to this room?
Power break.
When we came here, the power was already on. But it's probably not always like that.
An astute assumption. We need to restore power to the entire room first. We will not be able to proceed without it. And next is, what did X do after turning on the power? I am positive. There are no bloody footprints under the switch. Therefore, someone, most likely T, was not yet bleeding when the switch was pressed.
Maybe this is a dumb question, but how do you know the switch was pressed?
Because of how the foot switch is wired. There are 2 power lines within the tube. Electricity comes from here and then goes back up the ceiling, and ultimately terminates in the foot switch. We can leave the foot switch be for now. Let us move on to the next step. After pressing the hidden switch, what do you think X did next? Ew! Don't be gross. Why would they lick blood?
Conan always did it.
Conan also thinks it's always potassium cyanide. But we don't live in that universe now, do we? Yes, I agree.
When T got their tooth knocked out, they started bleeding. That's what caused the puddle of blood.
Right. Then X stepped in the puddle, causing the prints. The finishing touches. It goes without saying what X did last. Correct. There are bloody footprints near the switch. It is clear that X came here after T started bleeding. Power is sent here by turning the hidden switch on. Therefore, if you were to trip the switch with your foot... And now we know what X did. Prepare the reenactment.
This again?
Are you ready? Okay, here we go.
I didn't say yes.
The camera is rolling. Ready? Action!
My name is Mr. X. I came here for a certain reason.
Yes, yes! Keep that energy up. What did X do first?
First, I need to turn on the power. And then, do this to the hidden button. And so, the foot switch should have power now.
Stop, Mizuki. You forgot something.
Oh, right. I need to punch T. Though, I still don't know exactly why. Anyway, hi-ya!
Slow-mo punches.
Yes, and then X must have stepped in the puddle of blood. And lastly...
Something should happen now. I don't know what, but something.
Let us leave the VR world behind and do this in the real world.
Yeah. Even though I still don't get why you had to record that, I think I get the picture.
The switch itself also has bloody bits of it. Oh. Those open. Oh. Tokiko?
It can't be.
That's a half of Tokiko's
What
body.
is this?
Wait, why is it still there though? How is it not decomposing?
Mizuki, what did you do? I guess what you did doesn't really matter. It's the corpse.
It's Tokiko Shigure from Nice, Japan.
Her left half.
What is she doing here?
But how should I know? Weren't you the one who made her show up?
There's
I
blood
mean-
on there.
I guess. Blood stains. Looks like some old and some new.
Correct. These stains also must have come from multiple sources. It is safe to say that one source is Tokiko. I cannot yet tell who the other sources were. That will require a thorough inspection. This does solve one big mystery.
What?
All of the victims of the HB case were cut at the molecular level. Those cuts were likely performed by this machine.
So this is some kind of slicer?
Yeah, but what does the machine
Exactly. Do you see that wire on top of the machine?
Oh.
That is CNT, a braided carbon nanotube.
So each person was sliced with
The
a
diameter
CNT.
is about 0.4 nanometers. A single nanometer is 1/1000th of 1 meter, so it is not visible to the naked eye.
But I can see it.
That is because I am modifying your vision. I am emphasizing it on purpose for your benefit.
So you're saying that carbon nanotube was used to bisect all the victims?
That is highly probable.
So all the murders took place?
Here, most likely. Including Tokiko.
But why are there two machines?
Yeah.
Well, unknown.
Why are there two of the same machine?
They do not serve different functions. They both look to be exactly the same. Her estimated time of death is 1900 yesterday.
But that
Yesterday meaning the 12th.
That doesn't
It is
make any
currently
sense.
1 a.m. on the 13th.
So roughly 6 hours ago.
She was
Wait,
there 6 years
why?
ago.
Mizuki, look at her wrist.
Slit wrists.
I do not believe this was self-inflicted. The cut is deep, but there are scars as well. Perhaps she did try to take her own life in the past.
Mizuki, what are we gonna do with the body?
I can't just leave her, but I need to see what's on the other side of that door first.
You're really gonna go?
Yeah, why?
What if the murderer is in there?
Terror? All the more reason to go.
Wow. You're really courageous. You're younger than me, but I respect you.
Leon, you should wait here.
What?
If that iron plate drops down, I might get trapped again.
Oh, right. Okay. Wait, you're just gonna leave the two of us here?
The 1.5 of you, yeah? Anyway, gotta get going. If I get trapped, help me out, okay?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, they're symbols.
What is this place? A bed,
Valuable
refrigerator, shower, toilet? Is someone living here?
Does look
More
like
like confined here.
Confined.
Look at the door you came in from.
Oh.
There is no handle. It cannot be opened from this side. Good thing Leon is on the other side. If we were all trapped in here together, within a week, Leon would have become a rabid animal, and then...
Ha! happened, I would have beaten him to death.
Anyway, we should search the room.
I wonder if...
That's the only vent.
It is safe to assume the average human could not enter or exit through there.
This is nice.
The non-nullable X symbol.
Oh, there's a TV.
It's all preserved food inside.
The production dates are recent. Someone must have been here not long ago.
Yeah, but why is this stuff in here? It shouldn't need to be cooled.
This refrigerator is broken. The cooling function is not operable.
Oh.
So this was just being used as a storage box.
That seems to be the case.
What is this?
I've been here for ages. Trapped here, suffering. It's all their fault. Took so much from me. They used my creation without permission.
It's a diary. There aren't daily entries, but it seems like the person who lived here wrote it. There might be some clues to the case.
Let's keep reading. A shady-looking computer. Iva, can you take a look?
On it. Internal data has been analyzed. Mizuki, take a look at this.
Is this?
Nirvana
It is the
trial.
Nirvana trial video. There are backups and working files on this computer as well. It seems as though that video was produced here. And one more thing. There was some unedited QR footage as well.
Oh.
But that means...
Yes.
Unlike them, Mom is really nice. She's nothing. Nice. Mom said that she's going to tell the truth to everyone. I want to help Mom. But why are you next to him, Mom? I hate him. Oh, this must be Tokiko and Chikara's son.
There is a date here. This is from 6 years ago.
February 9th. Came this morning. I thought he was here to mock me. He always puts something. Said he wanted to apologize. Things turned red all of a sudden.
This description.
It is similar to what we reenacted earlier in the room next door.
So the person writing in this diary was X. And he is probably T. He got his tooth knocked out.
So I looked at his dead body. I thought to myself, if I use this, I can help Mom. The intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the scene can occur. I created that. People whispered. I'm not sure. February 10th, early morning, I went to go see Mom. I told her about my plan. She agreed. She even said I could use my money. The Nirvana Initiative. I'm going to make it a reality. Terror. 210. Continue. Oh my god. The one thing I needed was being created in this very facility. TC Purge. It's told it was still perfect. More time is needed. February 11th. Someone interfered. I put it there, but it was gone. It's suffocating. Great. No mercy, no mercy, no mercy. Find you and I'll kill you. February 12th, I found filthy thief. February 13th, I cut the thief in half and then set it up. Your fault. Didn't give it back. The undoing is done. I could finally.
February 13th. The thief cut in half.
The thief must be
Jin Furue? I met the person of my destiny.
What?
person of my destiny.
The diary ends on 2/13. It's all from 6 years ago.
So the diary ends there.
Wait, 2/13. No! Okay, so 2/13 was Komeiji. Tokiko was already dead by then? So then... Okay, so I guess he did do Jin Furue, but... Wait, okay, what date was the person that he killed? Nine. 2/9. That seems to coincide with Jin Furue then. So Jin Furue is the person that was mocking him? Wait. Yeah, February 9th. He came this morning. I thought he was here to mock me. He said he wanted to apologize. Yeah, and Jin Furue had... he had a blunt force trauma wound on the back of his head. So that fits. So Jin Furue was there, and I don't know who Mom would be. It's not Tokiko, is it? Oh, thermite.
Oh no.
You've seen this before?
Of course. How could I forget? This is what caused my left eye. And Kizzy.
It is a thermite bomb. 6 years ago, a thermite reaction caused Jin Furue's right half to burn.
I know. I read the report. Basically, a miniature version of this was set in the body, right?
Correct. Anyway, we now understand. The person that was being held here is the culprit of the HB case, Terror.
If we wait here, will they come back?
I do not believe they will. Once they reach the stairs, they will know someone intruded.
And they'll try to get rid of said intruders.
If they did, a certain someone would be gotten rid of first.
Leon! We need to get back there now!
Run.
Sorry, but I don't want to get involved. I'm going home.
Wow, you really outdid yourself, sneaking in without a warrant.
Ugh. I'm sorry, boss.
Aiba, you need to keep an eye on her.
I am functioning just fine as Mizuki's left eye. I should be rewarded for the work I did last night.
Yeah, I wouldn't have found that room without Aiba.
True. What you found was worth bending the rules a little. But this should still warrant a punishment, you know?
Boss, I suggest leniency. Mizuki had a strong, personal reason for wanting to search Horodori Institute.
The gene therapy?
Boss, you knew?
Who do you think I am? I know my subordinates so well, I could tell you how many moles they have from memory.
So, did you know that Daddy and Mom weren't my real parents?
Yeah. What is it?
Oh, I was just thinking about something. Something Mom told me once.
You! I wish you had never been born!
I was thinking about that. Do you think she meant to say I wish we never adopted you?
Still sucks either way, oh god.
Ah, right. Regarding the blood around the slicer. We tested it for DNA matches. Jin Furaway, Chikara Horodori, Yonaharu Enda, aka Andes Komeiji, Tokiko Shigure, and one more.
One more?
Yeah, 5 different DNA. But we don't know who the 5th person was, which means there might be another yet undiscovered victim.
Oh no.
Okay, I'll give you the rundown. 6 years ago, after the incident at the cathedral, the armed vigilantes scurried under whatever rocks they could find across the country.
Their group was forced underground. It is thought that they are still active, despite our investigations yielding little results.
And of course, we interrogated everyone we caught as hard as we legally could. We got a search warrant for Nyes, looked through all their documents.
But we could not find any incriminating evidence.
That's why Nyes is still kicking today.
They are as cunning as they are ruthless.
Well, we're not blood-related either.
She's adopted?
Yeah, but we get along well.
That's nice. I'm kind of jealous.
Some families run deeper than blood.
Yeah, I know. But I didn't even get along.
You have other relationships, right?
Mizuki, you do have a lot of friends.
And most importantly, a boss who's reliable and kind.
Kind?
I am kind. If an elderly woman was trying to cross the street, I'd stop cars for her.
You could also carry her.
Thanks, you too.
Terror's Diary. I read it too. There's a ton we can get from it. But the most intriguing thing is the Nirvana Initiative. How are the HB case and that plan related?
There is still much we do not understand. We do not know who Terror is and why they were imprisoned there.
Anyway, I'm gonna go do some investigating.
Wait, you haven't gotten any sleep. You should rest first.
You're kidding, aren't you? That look in your eyes is telling me to keep fighting through it.
You know me very well, Mizuki.
Where do you plan to go?
Well, let's see. I think I want to start by talking to Lian. Maybe there was something he noticed that I overlooked. And next, Shoma. I haven't been able to ask him about the one-wheeled robot yet. And then Mame. I think Mame knows something about the Nirvana Initiative.
I'm getting a feeling that this is connected to something bigger. Nirvana Initiative.
Understood. I have confirmed their locations. Lian is at Iowan, Shoma is at home, and Amame is at Brahmin.
I want to gather more information too. I've got to go to Lemniscate, Devita, and Marble.
Understood. Let's get going.
Don't push yourself too hard, Mizuki.
Sir, yes, sir. Understood.
want to go see Shoma. Let's go see Shoma, and then I'm gonna call it for today because it is like midnight.
Katatsus during the winter are the best.
I don't know anyone who would use them during the summer.
Did my man not...
Hey, Mizuki, can you not barge into my place and use my kotatsu?
Did my man not just age at all?
What?
It's nothing.
Why is he
I
still
wanted
like
to ask
12?
something. Do you have time right now?
Shouldn't you have asked that at the front door?
It's the Katatsu's fault for being here. Katatsu! Bad girl!
And why is he still like fucking 12?
Can't you tell?
I can't tell by looking, which is why I'm asking. Sometimes I talk to you thinking you're down, but you're doing well. Other times I think you're in a good mood, but you're not.
Well, I'm normal. I'm not, like, having fun or anything.
That's the Shoma I know.
What? You're weird.
You're not doing anything under the kotatsu, are you?
No! What? Sorry. Don't worry about it.
Hi, bud.
I'm still not over it, you know. I'll show them justice.
Shoma.
It's a change of pace. I don't have good memories of this season. I came back, and there was a ton of commotion with what happened. Is that why you're here, Mizuki?
I guess you could say that.
Yeah, of course I know. Because, I used to be a member.
What?
It was a while back. I'm not with them anymore.
But you know about Nai's pretty well then.
I guess so. I know about their philosophy. Oh, this? After coming back from camping, I found that the one I made earlier was missing. So I'm making a new one.
It went missing. Was it stolen?
I don't know, but it's not like it's gonna move on its own. So I'm guessing it was taken. I don't know who would go through the trouble.
How many people knew about the robot?
Only people close to me. Ah, well, I did show that Ryuki guy when he came to question me.
Ryuki?
Ryuki?
It does not seem like Shoma is lying. He most likely has no idea that the robot was used at the stadium.
Ryuki. Mate. No. No, okay.
That I don't know too well. I know the Nirvana trial, the video.
Aiba, have you noticed anything off with Shoma?
I do not believe he is lying about anything, and his appearance does not tell me anything.
It's good that he wasn't caught up in all this mess.
But why was Shoma's robot used to carry Jin's left half? That is still unknown.
We still don't know if it actually was his robot, right?
True, but...
Hey, Mizuki, can I ask you a question? 6 years ago, Jin Furroway's right half went up in flames out of nowhere, right? Did you ever find out how it was done?
Oh, well, the body had a small thermite bomb inside it. It was set up so the bomb detonated on a timer.
I see.
Why do you ask?
No reason. Aren't you on the clock right now? You're gonna get scolded if your boss finds out.
Shoma is right. You need to work like a breeding horse to keep boss off your back.
What?
You need to work like a draft horse.
I thought I heard something else.
Yeah, let me just save here. Okay, well, Ryuki, it's not looking good. Anyways, That's it for tonight. Bye.